Okay, so we're here, I guess, to talk about what's going on with Adam. I don't know why we need to talk to the innkeeper about it, though. Maybe
How
he
are you,
asked,
Henry?
I guess. Let's talk to him.
Good day.
I asked Adam
I
about
found Adam and asked him about his stolen stuff.
And did you find out anything useful?
charcoal burners.
You could say that. It was a man covered in soot who stole a new kettle and a silver cross.
No one tried to sell me a kettle, but that cross had a red stone and string, right?
How did you know?
Oh, someone sold it to
Don't
him.
tell me you're a fortune teller.
Of course not. Someone offered to sell it to me, but the whole thing seemed shady, so I told him I didn't want it.
And he left. Do you know who it was?
And do you have any idea who it was?
He's got it.
I don't know his name, just said he's a charcoal burner. He's from Rovna, and only shows up here occasionally.
I guess we'll try a speech check.
So a complete stranger just happens to wander in here and offers to sell you a stolen cross? Come on. You definitely know who it was.
I have got a reputation for being reliable and being able to arrange certain things.
Yes, that's what Fritz said. Andrew's the man to go to if you need anything tricky arranging. So surely you know what the charcoal burner's name is, right?
Well, I don't know everything. Just that the charcoal burner is called Tonchek, and he's from Rovna. But as for where exactly, I can't help you. I never went there, and I didn't ask.
Then
So
he
what
left.
did he say?
Nothing. He wanted something to eat and drink, and then left.
And that's it?
You definitely got it, though.
Yes. If he cursed me, then he did it under his breath.
All right, I'll look into it.
I guess we'll look into it, but I genuinely know he has it. We'll be back on the way, though. Because we're going to have to either give it back to him anyway, so...
Yeah.
We'll just continue to Talmberg. We're going to have to go to Rovna around Pribyslavitz for... the Divish anyway, so... To start from the ashes. Send some money over there. There's a lot of stuff to do. And then I'll go back to Ratai and I'll do the quarry one later.
Yeah.
Because that sounds like it's going to be a long one. Well, all the quests are pretty long, to be honest. Like this one. I had to go all the way to Ratai because I can't hunt properly. That 405 with the perk should get you one antler set at least. Come on, like, surely. Okay, so we can finally advance the quest here. Is he gonna come outside? 'Cause I can just break in.
I was beginning to worry you'd got lost in the forest.
I did, kind of.
No need to worry. I would have come back sooner, but it seemed a long way to go for just the one.
Well, well, so you're keen on hunting. I like that, lad.
I'm not.
So give me the trophy, and the first task of your trial is done.
The first task?
Well, there was only one to begin with, but then I thought you could do something else for us.
I see. So what do you want me to do next? Kill a dragon? Catch a water sprite?
Hilarious. Better listen up, lad. Nicholas
Yeah.
the huntsman has a very fine old hunting horn. But we'd like Nicholas better without any horns. Understand?
What's it about?
Wait. What's all this about?
Nothing to worry yourself with now. Get the horn, and we'll have a bit of fun.
All right. So where is this horn?
Sometimes he carries it with him. It is a badge of office, after all. But I don't suppose he sleeps with it. Best to go at night and have a look around his lodge. It's on the hill above the village, opposite the castle. Come back to me as soon as you've got the horn. I can't wait to see the look on Nicholas's face.
Right. I'll get to it.
Glad to hear it. Good luck.
So can I pickpocket off of him? Might try and do that.
Yeah.
Is that Margaret? Huh? I think so, yeah.
God be with you. What can I do for you?
We need to find Hare.
I want to talk a little more about...
Oh, very...
I want you to hang that garland on the lodge.
But I don't want to go anywhere with him.
I'll go
You don't have to go anywhere. But tell me, where's that secret meeting place of
in the
yours?
clearing, I
On the
guess.
way to Ujits. Back then, we used to meet by the great big beech tree, right next to the wayside shrine. There's a lovely view there, you see.
And what time will he be waiting there for you?
At dawn. What are you going to do to Hare?
Never you mind. The main thing is it will all get sorted out. And that's all that matters, isn't it?
I suppose so. Very well, then. I'll hang the garland for you.
Okay,
That'll
we
be
set up a
everything.
meet with
Take
him.
care.
So we can go sort this out for ourselves. The horn shouldn't be that hard to get,
Yeah.
considering that I am an excellent stealth operator. I can get this done without being seen. Are we looking around his house, or is it going to be on him at this point? It's got nothing in there. Where is this? There it is. Not even anything in there. Do we actually have to wait till night? Okay, here we go. There's got to be something in this. Got a whole room dedicated to it. This is everything he sells? What? Where? What? What? I'm so confused. Where's his horn? I'll pickpocket him. Oh my god. I think I might actually have to pickpocket him. I don't know how good I am at pickpocketing. Very nice. There's the horn. Is that not the horn? What have I just pickpocketed off of him then? Yes, I do. I've got the horn. There we go. What does he want it for now?
Yeah.
Let's have a chat with this guy then. I got the horn, mate.
I have that horn for you.
I'm looking forward to seeing the smile wiped off Nicholas's face when he finds out. As for you, the old man says you're in.
So yeah,
Last time
you
told
telling me
that
what's
if I
going
bought
on?
the horn, you'd finally tell me what's going on.
Let's put it this way. Our old man's had it in for Master Huntsman Nicholas for years.
The old man.
Why does he have it in for him?
It's Hare.
There's more than one reason. But the heart of it is, Nicholas lied under oath and almost got him hanged.
That's a fair enough reason.
You're telling me.
What's he trying to achieve?
If you want to know, ask around the village what they think of the Master Huntsman. The old man is making a bigger and bigger fool of him day by day. Soon enough, the gossip will reach the ears of Sir Divish himself. And that's just what the old man wants.
Oh, he wants to make him be seen as incompetent so he can get his job back. He was better for it apparently as well.
It wouldn't by any chance be that Hanekin Hare everyone's talking about, would it?
Hear ye, hear ye. The lad is smarter than he looks. It is him, as it happens. What have you been hearing about him?
Innocent.
I heard the huntsman dropped him in it because of Margaret.
As my old grandma used to say, the truth always comes out in the end. Anyway, if you want to know the details, ask him yourself.
Okay.
So, what comes next?
We're just getting something big ready. We'll make camp in the north of Broder Woods. There's a concealed glade, and that's where you'll find us. All right, I'll meet you there.
What time? Right now. Okay, so everything's pointing to this clearing. This clearing is the most important place in the whole game, it seems. So which one do I go to first? He said at dawn, so dawn is, which one's dawn? Dawn's morning time, 5 a.m. by this clock, isn't it? 4 to 5 a.m.
Yeah.
So we go to the blue one, is it?
Yeah.
Follow this path right into the camp. What are you smiling at, mate?
So you're the new fellow. Lukesh said you know a thing or two. Question is, can we trust you?
You look like Nightingale.
Would I be here if you didn't?
Probably not. Did Lukesh tell you who's in charge?
Is that here?
Well, speak of the devil. Started to worry you weren't coming.
It couldn't be helped, Goathead. I had to get a document written up, and the nearest priest I can trust is in Janowitz.
Not writing your will already, sir.
Who is this?
Henry. Lukesh brought him. He nicked Nicholas's hunting horn for us.
Then I'm sure we'll get on like a house on fire. Is everyone here?
Everyone, sit that fool Rada on the charcoal burner. No one's seen hide nor hair of him.
We can't delay. If he's not back by evening, we go without him.
You go where by evening? Lads, what are we actually doing here?
So, Henry, tell me about yourself.
What do you want to know?
Why you came here. Where you come from. You know how it goes. I want to know your story.
What if I don't have one?
Everyone has a story. Leastways, everyone in this clearing does.
Sir! Sir! The Tomburgers are coming!
And we're gonna have to kill gods. This was a covert operation. Why are you people getting involved?
Hanekin Hare of Zalush. I arrest you in the name of Lord Divish of Talmberg.
The Master Huntsman is not coming?
The Master Huntsman arrests poachers, not murderers. Will you come quietly?
What do you say, man?
Lads, not like this. Can I just be like a bystander here? Why are these people interfering? Oh, come on, man.
I say there's nothing to fear.
What have we got
I want to know his story.
Entertainment. Great.
Lads, why don't we just, like, you know, speak? Oh. Brilliant.
You made a mistake getting on the wrong
Oh my gosh, people.
fucker.
It was supposed to be a covert operation, man. We're actually deep in it now. Honestly. This wasn't supposed to happen like this.
Fuck! Some bastard must have betrayed us! Quickly, we'll hide in the mine shaft.
We don't want the likes of him here, even alive. Never mind us thinking court.
I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to, like, mercy the guy, you know. Oh. Well, this is what happens when you try and find out the proper stuff. They couldn't just leave it to me by myself. Are we actually gonna walk the whole way there? I just wanted to know what he was talking about. I didn't know we were gonna get ambushed. I should have just waited until the evening and met up with him properly. This is the mine shaft that we were talking about. Or was it this guy? Was this guy the snitch? Or was it Radin? Lukesh already got here. But those were random people.
Who could have betrayed us?
You're right, Hare.
It seems things have started to move faster than I expected. Thank you, Henry. Without you, I probably wouldn't have saved my skin.
That's not what I wanted to do.
What's this all about?
It's complicated. And I understand that it might be hard to believe, but today you fought on the side of justice.
I've heard different accounts. Yeah.
I've heard different things about your crime.
So I imagine. Lukesh has told me the villagers still talk of you.
So what happened?
And how did it happen?
It's a long story.
I've got time to listen.
All right. But for you to understand, I have to start from the beginning. I was born as Hanekin Hare of Zalush, the eldest son of Sidney of Zalush. My house became sadly impoverished, and I became the master huntsman at Talmberg.
Gamekeeper turned poacher. I see. That's quite a transformation.
Nicholas gave me no choice.
I'd
happened to your
rather ask
family?
both questions, really.
My father lost his influential friends and the money with them. After his death, I inherited only his debts. There was nothing for it but to sell off all our possessions, see to my sister's welfare, and manage as best I could.
That sounds a rough deal.
Believe it or not, I never cared for the life of a nobleman. I spent my youth running free, hunting in the woods.
Okay.
What happened between you and Nicholas?
I was falsely accused of murder. Henry of Lipa visited Talmberg, and the morning after the banquet in his honor, one of his men was found dead.
And didn't they have any cause to suspect you?
That's just it, they did. At the banquet, I got into a fight with the man.
I know Sir Hanish of Lipa. Was Sir Henry his father?
Indeed. He was on his way to Ratai to take charge of the fiefdom for young Sir Hans Capon.
Why did you fight?
Why did you get into a fight with him?
The fall of the House of Zalush was the work of the Lords of Lipa, and that fellow took great delight in reminding me of it.
Okay. So it wasn't actually Henry, it was his god. Why was his
And then
god
what?
getting loud?
Nicholas began to pull strings. Several people came forward as witnesses to say they saw me with the fellow later that night.
Why would he have done that?
He wanted rid of me. We were both in love with the same lass, you see, and Margaret is his wife today. But back then, there was no question which of the two of us would win her. I was the huntsman of noble blood, and Nicholas was just plain Nick. Her father's preference was clear.
But her preference was Nicholas. Okay.
Do you know who did kill the man?
No. He was found in a ditch with his neck broken. He could have tripped and fallen, all on his own.
And that never occurred to anyone?
It did. But some people swore they'd seen us jostling on the drawbridge. Of course, that was Nicholas.
Why would people listen to Nicholas, though?
What did Margaret think of you?
She took me for a fool. She only had eyes for Nicholas, but I didn't see it then. In the end, she could have saved me.
How?
Does she know then?
She could have told the truth. After the banquet, I was with her. But when they asked her, she said she hadn't seen me that night.
So she got him nicked. I think he knows that she didn't like him. We gotta help this guy, surely, I guess.
How did you get out of it?
What leads you to imagine I did?
Your head's still on your shoulders, so you must have escaped somehow.
I'm alive. But my name and my family's name has been dragged through the mud. For me, that's worse than the sentence waiting for me.
If you say so. But you still managed to get away.
Well, It's true, I had the good fortune to escape from the dungeon.
Apparently from some higher ups. Okay. So yeah, I don't like
Interesting
Nicholas that
story.
much, so I'm gonna help this guy.
I can't complain of boredom. The question is, will anyone believe me?
Even if I believed you, there's no proof. It all happened a long time ago.
I know, but if I didn't believe in my own innocence, I'd have to be crazy to have done what I did.
Why?
If I truly were guilty, why would I risk coming back to Bohemia? I could have died in peace as a rich man in the pay of the Jagiellonians. Only a fool would come back.
Nicholas took everything you had, regardless of your guilt or innocence. I'd say you have more than enough cause to want revenge.
I'm not like him. Anyway, you're right. I don't have any proof of my innocence. All I can give you is my word.
Let's ask this question.
From the Talmberg dungeon? That can't be done, can it?
It's not too hard when the lord of the castle himself helps you escape.
So
Divish
Divish set you free? From his own dungeon?
He couldn't offend Henry, so he had to lock me up. But he trusted me. We were friends, after all. He led me out of the castle in the night. I was given a good horse, and in a couple of days I was in Silesia. And that was the end of it. At least until now.
Okay, so if Sir Divish believes him, and it's a bit fishy, and he got framed, I'm gonna side with him here, surely.
This is one of the most insane stories I've heard lately.
That doesn't surprise me.
But something tells me you're speaking the truth, Hanekin Hare.
Thank you. I didn't expect to find anyone who believed me.
Trust me, after what I've seen lately, not much could surprise me.
Yeah, what's the plan?
So, what are you up to?
Working out how to get Nicholas's confession.
And how would you do that exactly?
Simple. I'll have him sign it. I've had the priest in Janowitz write me up a parchment. When Nicholas signs it, he'll admit to everything written down there.
How do you want to force him to do that?
He won't have a choice, or rather he will have, between his wife Margaret and the job of huntsman.
Oh, so you're gonna make him choose.
I'm not following this at all.
It's plain enough. We'll kidnap Margaret. That's to say, you'll kidnap Margaret while I distract Nicholas. If he wants to see her again, he won't have any choice.
Okay. That makes sense. That's the only way to have it done, so,
I like that. No beating around the bush.
My thoughts exactly.
But that confession's just a scrap of parchment with writing on it. What will happen to him after that?
That scrap of parchment is for Sir Divish and the provincial court. But we'll be generous to Nicholas and let him leave in peace before we deliver the confession to Talmberg.
So Nicholas will go free, and you'll clear your name?
Hopefully.
yeah,
So
sounds
what do
like
I
a
need to
plan.
do?
That horn you picked up from Nicholas should help us. I'm sure Nicholas will recognize its sound from quite far off. I'll lure him out of the lodge at dawn.
And I'm meant to kidnap his wife while he's gone?
Of course, it would be best if she went with you voluntarily, but if not, you'll just have to drag her with you.
Speech checks, I'll win that easily.
I don't know. What if there's trouble?
That's why I'm sending you. I trust you. But whatever happens, Margaret mustn't be hurt. When you get her, bring her here. Then we can decide what's next.
All right.
Don't forget, tomorrow at dawn.
Tomorrow at dawn. Not now. Tomorrow at dawn.
Henry, come here. I need to ask something of you.
Alright, you've been crying about that the whole time I've been talking to him. What? What do you want?
Can I do anything to help?
Aye. It's fucked up, Henry. I'm out of here. I have to disappear, see?
What about here?
And you're just going to leave the hair in it?
I'm a poacher, a thief, and a murderer. But he's fighting for his honour, don't you see? If he pulls it off, I'll just be a hindrance to him.
You never know what might happen. He may need you yet. But so be it.
Just go then.
So off you go. What can I do?
I need some help. I've got a pretty good stash at home. Been saving it for a rainy day.
Are you afraid they're watching your house?
Seems likely.
Okay.
All right.
Fine.
But where is this cast iron reserve of yours? Or is it more like a gold reserve?
I wish. Now listen. It's hidden in a tankard in my cottage, hanging on the wall by the hearth.
Good hideout. That wouldn't have occurred to me. All right, I'll go and take a look for you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll get it, man. Don't worry, man. Just started a new quest. I'll buy this. If this quest takes long, I don't even know what to say. This is his house, isn't it? Doesn't seem like there's anyone here. In the tankard on the wall. There's emergency supply. So he's just gonna leave his house here like that. Oh, there's a guard here, to be fair.
Yeah.
Was the mission that easy?
Yeah.
There's no way the mission's gonna be that easy, is it? It never is. Okay, moment of truth. Find out if it actually is just that easy.
So, have you got it?
Yeah, mate, it's right
I
here.
have it for you. A pretty necklace. Your mother's, was it?
That old whore didn't leave me as much as a piss pot. No, I pinched this from Lady Ophelia when I was a groom at Stanberg. Thanks. The coin I get for this will keep me going for a while. Maybe we'll meet again one day.
Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe in the second game. Okay, so what's we'll wait until dawn. Where am I actually going at dawn? Do I meet him at dawn or do I just kidnap her at dawn? Should I go to find out the locator? I suppose I have the time. I have quite a lot of time actually. Ooh, what is this? Huh. Ooh. Ooh. Whose is this stuff? It doesn't count as stealing. I might just take them then, you know. Some good stuff there. Find the guy. You have to search the area for him.
Took my dagger. I fucking left it here, ready to sharpen.
Here we go.
Own up, you fucking bastard.
Save the game for no reason.
Forgotten where you put it again, haven't you? Fuck off! It was here just a moment
You're
ago.
alright, lads.
How many times is that now? I lost count after 4.
That was you, right?
The last time it was the gloves,
Okay, I
wasn't
guess
it? You forgot you traded them for the fur.
I can have a meal.
And then you went stomping around.
You can fuck off.
Yeah, I actually do need a meal, so.
I'll smash his face to fucking pulp.
Language, innit, mate? Come on. Hello, lads.
So, it's all clear to me now.
Boys, who are you? You've no business here.
I'm Henry, and I was expecting to find you here.
What? How could you?
Sir Divish's locator went missing around these parts.
Well, it seems like he's all out of luck, don't it? Divish ought to send someone better than you to parley.
He didn't send me to parley, he sent me to deal with it.
Deal with it? There's plenty of us, and you're on your own. So I'd think twice about how you're gonna deal with
There's
that.
only 2 of you, mate. Can you count?
Let him go, right now. Or you can stay here and feed the crows, like the rabble who were here before you.
All right. No need to be hasty, eh?
Yeah, come on.
Oh, we'll be on our way then. Quietly.
Got scared?
That fella's in the tent over there.
Scared, man. Scared. Like, all that talk just to run away. All that swearing just to run away. Where? Which tent? Oh, one of these back ones, maybe. There he is.
Psst. I'm being held captive. Help.
Yeah, man. Don't worry about it. Another game save. Come on. Saves left, right, and
Thank
center. Never mind.
My pleasure. Sir Divish sent me to find you. And it looks like I arrived just in time.
God's truth.
I'm Henry of Skalitz.
My name is Marius, Master Locator. Sir Divish sent me here to survey the area.
Well, the outlaws are out of the way, so we can go and report to him, right?
Not just yet. Those bastards caught me as soon as I arrived. And so far all I've seen is the inside of the tent they tied me up in. I still have a job to do. Come along with me if you like. We'll report to Sir Divish afterwards.
Okay.
I'll escort you then. At least I can make sure you don't get caught again.
What? Are there more of those bandits around?
I
No,
got scared.
I just meant... Never mind. Should we get going?
So we're gonna find out what he wants to build where, I guess. What's good for what. I mean, rebuilding that would just be like rebuilding it, surely.
This is a good spot for the rat house. Every village must have one. It'll be nice and prominent
At the
here.
top of
It's
the
on
head.
hillside,
Yeah.
so the foundations will stay dry. It can have its own little square, close to the church. There's no better site here.
Okay, good to know. And how many of these buildings are we going to be talking about? Because although I have time to burn, I wouldn't exactly want to be walking around and talking about stuff that I don't have much of an interest in.
The church is still standing. Good. Good. Whoever built it did a good job. Considering how old it is and what it's been through recently, it stood up well. It won't be an easy job to fix it, but it can be done. Timber alone won't do, though.
Okay. So we're gonna need stone from the quarrymen, which means we're gonna have to do that quest, aren't we? Because it's intertwined with Sir Divish as well. Oh my gosh. This is just a clearing, I guess. Some forestry too. Battlements. Nope, we're just gonna walk and walk and walk. You feeling alright, mate? I've not got the time for this. It's we're just going on a walk here. You enjoying the company?
We could fit at least one tradesman's shop here. Maybe a baker's?
There's so many abandoned buildings, and if he goes to every single one of them, this is gonna take a very long time. If I left him, would he just be talking to himself?
There's quite a lot of space here. It just needs clearing thoroughly. Then we could even fit stables here.
What is the space you're talking about? Because I'm not seeing any space. They just run down buildings. Could have picked a better day to do this.
Main approach road and stream.
What would that need? Can we have a mill here? Or is there not enough water? I guess the stream isn't powerful enough, maybe. Yeah, that's definitely not going to do anything.
This bridge needs reinforcing. It won't last long in this condition. I reckon it would make sense to build a weir over the stream down there. The water here is clean and can be used to supply the village until we sink a well. It's a good thing we have this stream. No point in building without a water source.
That's what streams are usually for. Innit? Good flowing water is good and clean usually. It flows, you know. It's like recycling whatever dirt's in there, kind of.
Supplies and trade will flow through here.
Well, why'd you stop to say that, mate? Of course, it's like the whole point of having a settlement, isn't it? I mean, I didn't realize how big it was. I did come here in the night, so I didn't actually see how run down.
I can't even see past the trees and ruins whether there's room for anything there. But at least the trees are strong and healthy. All we need is a few good woodcutters, and we won't have to bring in any timber from elsewhere.
We're literally in a forest. I've got some carpenters for furniture. Some carpenters who can do a job. Stone. What is this stone for?
Stone foundations.
Huh?
They'll come in handy, and we're close to the stream.
Is that it? Whoa. Wait. Hey. Can you... There's no way you expect me to follow... I was about to say. Okay. This guy, he looks like he's been drinking. He can't walk in a straight line. There's a clear path here, and he doesn't ever seem to take it. Okay, is this the final area?
Lots of space here.
Tavern. Surely a tavern. It's a nice hub. A very nice hub, actually. Like some buildings, like for housing as well. Residential area. We need houses for people to live here, surely.
There's a well here already. All the better.
I never knew how a well worked. It was just water from underground, but okay, I don't is it just like replenish itself kind of like a stream, to be fair, actually. We're just underground. Makes sense.
A big space, clean water, close to the village green. A good site for
a tavern, same thing in it. Come on. So I got it right?
That's that then. The most essential surveying is done.
Okay. Get off this division then. What am I supposed to do now? Head back. I'll talk to him.
So, Master Locator, ready to start building?
There's a long way to go before that. The few ruins that are left are basically beyond repair. It's all overgrown with brush.
Oh dear.
We'll have to get it all cleared before we can start rebuilding it.
So it is possible to rebuild everything?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
But building a whole village is no small enterprise.
We'll need timber, lots of it, which isn't a problem in the middle of the woods.
Exactly.
Of course. We'll have to hire wage labor to begin with. Quite a lot of men. I think we should get started without delay. There's a lot of work involved, but it'll be well worth the effort.
Definitely.
I can just imagine it. The church will
dominate the whole
Well,
settlement.
it is going to be the
That's
highest
good
point.
news. When will you inform Sir Divish?
Why wait? I'll head to Talmberg right away. But would you keep an eye on things here in the meantime? It would be rather embarrassing to run into more bandits when I return with Sir Divish.
No problem. I'll be right here.
It shouldn't take us long.
Are we actually going to wait? Oh, don't tell me this is going to interfere with my other quest.
My lord, welcome to Pribyslavitz. That is to say, welcome back to Pribyslavitz after all these years. Well, what's left of it.
Not to worry, Marius. I'm glad to be back in my old hamlet. Although, it seems to have aged about as gracefully as I have over the years.
I beg to differ, sir. It's quite dilapidated, unlike your good self, but at least it's safe now. Thanks in part to Henry here, who also saved me from a predicament that cost me valuable time. Who knows? If it hadn't been for him, we might not even be talking now.
Well, lad, in the end, you managed things in your own way, I see. Just as you said you would.
I did my best, sir.
I drove them off. I paid the ransom. That's not important.
I won't bother you with the details, sir. You have more important matters to attend to.
Let's get down to the matter in hand, shall we? What state is Pribyslavitz in?
Sir, in my official capacity as locator, I am gratified to inform you that the hamlet of Pribyslavitz may be renewed. And indeed it offers prospects of considerable expansion beyond its former limits.
Splendid. Finally, some good news for this province.
And badly needed, too.
So, what have you discovered so far? I want to know all the details.
Water and wood.
There's a stream here, and a well, right in the middle of the village.
Yes, and there are abundant woods around. Clearing them will provide both extra land and timber supplies that we can use right away.
Right now, I believe we're standing on the village green, aren't we?
The future green, that is. The village centre will comprise at least 6 large buildings to begin with. We can't fit any more than that here, so there will be other buildings away from the square, in particular more extensive structures.
I'm glad to hear it. I never expected you'd find so much space here in the middle of the woods. The building work we're about to engage in is only the first part of my plan. Later, we'll clear more forests for agricultural land and build more farmhouses. But for now, we'll have to focus on more sensible goals.
As you wish, my lord.
Layout of the village.
We had a scout around.
We conducted a basic survey, from which we can make a preliminary outline of the parcels. I already have in my head an initial plan of what can be built where.
We should certainly have a church.
There's literally
I'd
one
like
right
to
there.
preserve the existing one.
Yeah, that'll be
That
easy
should
to do.
present no serious obstacles. The building is in much better condition than we anticipated. But extensive reconstruction will be required.
That's to be expected.
Who's living?
A village isn't a village without
Yeah.
villagers. You'll need new subjects. Even preparing the ground for building will need lots of labour. Where can we find so many people, sir?
You sound skeptical, lad. But it's a good question.
What about the Skalitz?
I've already given it some
People?
thought. I've agreed with Radzik and Hanish that we shall make an announcement in Ratay to invite people to move here and help with the construction, which will bring them many benefits,
Okay.
but also obligations. In addition, I expect the prospects of a new home will appeal to your former Skalitz neighbors more than a makeshift camp by the castle walls.
They'll be delighted, sir.
Yeah.
A splendid solution, sir. I've also been concerned about how to bring settlers here. But now it seems there will be no shortage of new inhabitants after all.
Cost?
Rebuilding a whole village must cost a king's ransom, though.
It's true it won't come cheap. Before the tradesmen settle here and start producing and trading, it will be necessary to invest a certain amount of capital.
A certain amount? How much exactly?
I wouldn't venture to state a precise amount at this point, but I expect it will come to some thousands, even tens of thousands of groschen.
That much? I hope you're good at haggling.
We shall, of course, attempt to procure everything at the best possible price, but raising a settlement from the ashes you see around you is a costly business. Nevertheless, I can assure you, my lord, that if all goes well, the investment shall all come back to you with interest.
I hope I shall live to enjoy it, Master Marius.
Well, I've got all the money ready. That's what I was doing in my time off.
It seems things are finally looking up. We routed the bandits in battle, and Henry took care of the remnants. When can we get to work?
Right away, as far as I'm concerned. All we need is people and the necessary funds. And we'll need someone to keep order, at least in the interim.
True. I'll leave you some of my men.
If I may, I would recommend quickly appointing a bailiff to take responsibility for the renewal of the village, its coffers and its citizens.
True. First things first. Since you understand these matters best, you shall take charge of the land parceling and building works. You'll be available to the bailiff, but answerable directly to me.
I'd be honored, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
And, as regards the office of bailiff, what about you, Henry?
Yes, sir?
You've proven yourself well. You've demonstrated that you're capable of solving problems, and you command the respect of your former Skalitz neighbors.
Perfect man for the
I'm
job.
not so sure.
And you're also capable of maintaining law and
Definitely
order.
that.
I must concur.
So, let us expedite matters. Henry, I hereby appoint you to the office of bailiff of the hamlet of Pribyslavitz, in my domain.
My lord, it's a great honor. Thank you.
Yes,
You
boys.
will oversee the initial renewal and administration of the village that will set the ground for further development. But don't imagine it'll be a bed of roses, lad. Being bailiff doesn't mean you can do whatever you like. If you don't treat the settlers rightly, I'll soon find out and relieve you of your office. Besides, we can't spare a single groschen from the Talmberg coffers now, with the province in chaos. So, you'll have to cover the cost for the building work from your own purse.
Me? But Marius said it would cost a fortune.
True, but from what I hear, you know how to get your hands on coin enough. So, I expect you'll manage it just fine.
Who's told you that?
I'd like to know who's been spreading such gossip.
And I am assigning you certain specific tasks. You must ensure the rebuilding of the church. That means complete reconstruction, wall paintings, and a new altar. See to it that in the future, the village will be capable of supporting a certain number of people. For that, you will need to ensure the construction of essential artisans' buildings. And ultimately, the village must produce sufficient earnings to fund further expansion.
But, sir, I've never done...
I understand your concerns, but you'll be handsomely rewarded. I shall grant you the proceeds from the whole village for the first 5 years.
That's quite a
and
bit.
you have my permission to use the surrounding woods and land as you see fit.
Well, that's, I mean... Are you sure I'm the right man for the job, sir? It's a lot of responsibility.
As you said yourself, Henry, it's a great honor. Besides, you won't be alone in it. I'll assist you and supervise the construction work.
Phew. All right, then.
So, we're agreed. You'll give this document to the Rete bailiff. He'll make the announcement to invite settlers, which should ensure enough people to begin work. At the same time, your official appointment as bailiff will be announced.
I don't know what to say, sir.
I'm sure you won't disappoint me, Henry. And now I must get back to my duties at Talmberg. Send word when everything is prepared.
Certainly, sir. Have a safe journey.
Farewell, sir.
Okay, nicely done. So I've got a lot of things to do back in Ratai. Hopefully, I can still finish off this mission. It doesn't look like it's failed me. But it looks like it has been a whole day. Because this was 2 PM last time. Let's check. That's fine. Abduct Margaret, whatever it takes. Hopefully that goes fine. we'll do these two, besmirched and scavenger, and then hopefully by then it'll be night time enough and we can find them at dawn and finish that mission.